What is going on, Commanders? It is Rob here, back again with another game of Beyond All Reason for you. So, what are we doing today? Well, basically, we've got a 3v3. I'm here with my boys here. I've got Alkin in the red, and we'll just call him Aki there in the orange. Unfortunately, not playing purple today. We are red team, and we're going up against these three, to be honest, much better players. On the blue team there, something called like the Feast of Hades. I think this map is super cool map. Really love this. And if I'm sounding a little bit half dead here, don't worry about it, guys. It's just because I've got a cold underway at the moment, nothing to worry about. So I'm called this video something like Road to 20 OS. Basically, I'm slowly trying to make my way up to that 20, fated 20 OS on the leaderboard there, just to try and get my skill level up on the game. It's only a game, and don't take it too seriously, to be honest with you. But it is good fun. I do like playing Beyond All Reason. Been smashing a lot of this quite recently. And basically, just to set the scene for you here, we matched up with these three guys. Way better players than we are. Way better players. Much higher OS. So we had to devise a little strategy. Now, as you can see here, Alkin's gone for Cortex bots. Aki's gone Cortex bots. Dead standard. And what we thought is we could do a little bit of jiggery poker here. We've got a Cortex aircraft plant up and running. I'm going to go for a scout and two bombers straight off the bat. Could have been a bit more efficient with this build here because I could have not got that metal extractor first. I could have spawned right in the middle of like the three mexes there. I think that would have been a bit better there, a little more preferable, but it is what it is anyway. And so we're basically just going to rush a cheese straight in on them. I knew we had to do something to try and gain the upper hand quick step, but this develops into quite a fun little match, this. And got that all precious OS for me there, so I'm pretty happy. Our opponents here, we got Cortex, went vehicles, obviously makes good sense, pretty flat map. We got an ARM commander here, gone bots, and this guy's was much higher OS than all of us went Cortex bots here. I think their plan was just to, play fairly standard and come and flank round this right side. Something a little like that. We've got a really nice little vantage point here. Alkin's already going out, just trying to feel out any possible flanks there. And a very instrumental play there by Aki. We got a radar tower down quick and fast. A few D-guns going off here. Alkin gets caught in between these incisors, but nothing too scary to worry about there. He does see him off with the commander. I'm pushed forward there quite nicely to gain more map control. Now, here's my first bomb and run. The scout goes in, see what we can see all those juicy wind turbines there, and we just decide go for the bomb. Somebody in the spec chat said crazy opening there. Indeed, totally agree. So I actually copied this opening from a much better player. There's a Thistle down there already, just trying to give us a little bit of grief for the AA. Doesn't manage to get either of the bombers there, though. That's good, and we do get some eco damage, which is exactly what we're looking for. But yeah, this is a strategy I copied off some much better players when I was watching a really high OS game. Get some more eco damage. Unfortunately, this nettle isn't going to go up in time. Just doesn't quite have the build power here. This guy is comms kind of developing out on the front. Now, these bombers are seeing better days straight away. We go back in, I guess. They almost landed there. My micro is just shocking on this. At this point, Alkin's in the voice chat like, no, don't go that way. There's 2 AA towers there, but I did. I took one of them out, and that's the end of the bomb and run. And I switch almost immediately back into vehicles here. Now, this is interesting. My compatriots here must have smelt blood in the water because Aki just goes straight for the jugular here, straight in with 10 to 12 grunts here coming straight in. Now, the blue guy does know that this is coming in, so it's interesting to me that he does his next move here. He really should have moved across to try and secure this position, because green is absolutely wide open here. But I think that early air raid kind of rattled them a bit. Now green's available. Green did just ping that on the map as well. But I think they're rattled, you know, and I think a lot of this game is about psychology more than anything else. They weren't expecting that early air raid, and Aki's he's just going in here. Orange is just absolutely feasting on this eco here. Literally uncontested. There's nothing coming in. I think eventually 2 pawns do come in straight away. We're all in voice chat having a whale of a time here. I can't say the same for our opponents, I'm afraid. Just manages to park himself here and grab a vehicle plant. No hassle. Literally just parked there. Absolutely devastating. And as I say, this has such a psychological effect. Aki's no slouch here as well. You know, he's played the game. He knows how to kite. He knows how to make use of the range advantage on the grunts there. Simultaneously, Alkin's going in. He smells blood in the water. Great game sense going here, and goes in for the flank. Again, I think the enemy team is just absolutely in shambles at this point. I just think they are rattled completely. Because not only is this going in, manages to do more eco damage, find more eco damage here, but they've forgotten about this. We're just going in, going to town. 3 nettles go down, 2 mexes, and then cherry on top. We find this little array here. We are absolutely untouched back at home, just ecoing up. GG is called there, and that's all she wrote, man. Juicy or what? Really good, smooth performance there, I thought, for a bunch of noobs like ourselves. Not bad at all. So, really excellent little game, and got that all-important OS, so happy days. So I know what you're thinking, guys. We got some double trouble coming up here. We got another map. This is this Comet Catcher? I can't remember what this map's called. It's pretty standard, though. I've seen this played an awful lot. And you're probably thinking, well, that's a bit of a cheese. That, you know, the other game, air opening, hitting your enemy's eco that quickly. You know, is it really sportsmanly? The answer is no. The answer is absolutely not. So I thought I'd show you this next game. This was another good one, and this is played far more, you know, conventionally. So starting off here, wind is just not a thing on this map, which I actually quite like in some ways, because it basically means you can just focus on your solo. A bit of a misclick there. I accidentally clicked my vehicle plant and clicked my comm miles away. My mouse is actually broken at the minute, so I'm going to blame it on that instead of completing that second solo. But I do like it when you don't get wind on maps as well sometimes, because it basically just gives you a little bit of a you know, a little bit of a clearer idea of just, okay, we're going all in solo, nothing to worry about. I don't do the best managing wind as it is anyway, so I'm going straight in here. I told my my friend here I'm going all in ticks nice and early, and I'm just trying to find what little value I can with these rovers. Sorry, rovers, not ticks. I don't know. We're not in voice chat or anything this time around with my ally here. We just matched on this 2v2. So that was good, and then we're going to do the same thing again here. We're just going to pop this mex. Do we get it? It looks like it, because there's, again, not much going out there. That was a bit of a dangerous move there, moving into the LRT, but we do get that eventually. It's very nice. And guys, listen, if this is the first time you've seen me out on here, my name is Rob. This is my second channel, actually. This is High Charity Plays. I'm just griefing more mexes as we go here. And this isn't my main channel, guys. This is my second channel, as I've said. My main channel is a music channel, so if you want, please like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, and think about checking out my my main channel if you do get a chance to do so. Be greatly appreciated. Unfortunately, don't get this mex, and I tell you what, Red here, Canadian player, absolute legend, great defense there. Managed to just completely box me out with the grunts, so couldn't find any more value with those rovers. There is one thing to be said, though, with that style of more defensive play, is that you are ceding map control all the time, and you are kind of boxing yourself in a kind of like reactionary play style. Look at me, sound like I know what I'm talking about, but that is just something to bear in mind. Best form of defense is good offense. I'm just so slow off the mark here, though. Look at this. This is completely by luck that I managed to find these grunts here. Really, they could have darted around the other way. But I managed to repair the mechs as well. Obviously, that's a great feature of the commander. He can repair and fight at the same time, so that's really good. Throwing down the LLTs for a bit of map control here. And I'm doing this thing, I coined this phrase, it's called like playing islands, which basically means you throw down an LLT whenever you're trying to get your mexes. Again, massive misplay there. Don't know why I didn't get that second mex. I'm just all over the place, guys. I am a total noob, remember, after all. Working my way up to that 20 OS special, misplay from my opponent here, though. Builds the mechs. I managed to distract him with the rovers and get my LT down, take the mechs out. Crazy scenes. Green did say to me after this map, he said, man, thanks so much, you carried me there. But I don't think I did at all. I think he did an absolutely fantastic job, especially in the early stages of the game here. He's got some really good trades going on with the blitzes. Now, I don't know how familiar we are, guys, with the game itself, but blitz rushes seem to be absolutely in fashion. That's the only thing that's the only way I can describe it at the minute on the game. If you're playing any glitters, man, people love massing up those blitzes and getting them in there. Unfortunately, my opponent misses the D gun there on the sentry, and I get some major prestige on that LLT there. Again, check this out. Blitz rush goes in. Absolute devastation. It's just OP. It's just such a good strat. And I think they are a little better than in sizes when you should get them in and up close. They're fairly tanky for what they are. And on top of that, they seem to do like an outsized amount of damage. Really rubbish play from me there. I should have put my units in a line formation so that they could have snagged that mechs. Instead, I clumped them all up. It's just, just noob things, man. Just beginner strategy fails, on my behalf. So as you can see, we're just like developing out through the map here. This little guy here, I don't know what possessed me to throw the beamer down, but that was absolutely, like, that might be my best play of the whole game, which you'll see why later on. Again, another juicy little blitz run by here. Takes out the solar. Can we take out a mechs? You better believe we can take out a mechs. These will even take out these grunts because it's too late. Like, they don't even have the chance to use the range before the blitzers get in. They didn't even manage to take out a single blitz there. This will eventually be stopped, of course, but you got to think, you got to think as well, and I always say this, psychology is a massive part of this game. People tend to throw the towel in a lot of the time before they're done, just because they've got a lot to think about, and keeping your opponents on the back foot by sending in raids like that is really good. I've thrown down these walls here. This is something that, again, on the lower OSs you don't see a lot of. Again, I'm talking like I'm some sort of expert here. I am not. I'm definitely a beginner at this game, but this is a really good strategy because, again, I think it's more of a psychological thing. That barrier being there is just so difficult to push by. Another great raid coming in here. Do take that out. Goodbye, Solar. Gets cleaned up, but not before we take out the radar there beforehand. And obviously the blitzes are finding less and less value at this stage in the game. So now that we've done that, we want to be switching up the meta because your opponent is now behind. So you want to capitalize on that early advantage that we managed to score there. Now, again, I'm going to call in, guys. My mouse has been broken for a while. I spilled water on it and it's crap, basically. So what we're experiencing here is a lot of awful micro on my behalf. So I do apologize in advance for that. My comm very nearly gets sniped at some point here. I don't know quite at what point, but you will see. Great switch out. We've gone into rocket bots. We're just taking down these LLTs. Amazing playing from my friend here. From my German friend, Yanni HD, my guy. Unfortunately, there's just not a lot of eco going on at home. We were just kind of idle here, so that is something that would have been really, really cool. I know there's a lot to think about though in these games, but this is something that the red player, look, he's got it, man. He's got a nice little eco built up back here, lots of mexes and 4 build turrets on that. So even if the trades are better for green, I mean, does it really matter? Because we've just got so many units being pumped out there, and it's thugs, but he does go into aggravators and thugs, like this like unholy mix. Yellow manages to snipe my Sneaky Pete there. Really great play from him. I'm just boxing him out now. Again, there's a lot to be said for going vehicles, because these stouts are just unnecessarily tanky. I'm not even microing them very well. The HLT is, or area control, whatever you want to call it, is managing to find some decent damage there. But it doesn't matter, man. These tanks are just so bloody powerful. Again, nearly losing my comm. I should be repairing these. I should be microing, but I'm having a bit of a disaster with my mouse, unfortunately, at this time. Hence my guy just running in circles. So I'm just doing the best that I can to play ticky-tacky. I'm realising that line of sight is going to be a big deal here, so some whistlers come out and come into play. Just superb trades from green here. Unfortunately, this thug push, you got to watch out for those thug pushes, man, because what will happen is a really good player will just like repair the thugs, micro the thugs, and it will feel like you're just going up against this immortal army at some point, even if you are taking good trades. I do a bit of a daredevil tactic there, try and get the D gun off. It's enough to scare him away, but my god, 5% health on the comm there. That was very risky. That could have been GG if a few of the shots landed there. I finally got these nanos up, got these construction turrets up for a bit of repair here. My comm is in need of some TLC pretty soon himself. I tell you what though, man, it's just these walls just keeping them out. I'm telling you, that's what has done it for us here. That warden should have been placed a little bit further forward, and he'd have had much more to say about it. Now red is slowly just gaining ground, but I mean, another great flank with the blitzes here. Look at this flanking damage, just taking them out. Obviously the blitzes do go down, but just holding them off. Now the other big thing here as well is we got the what you would call it, the res collection going on, or whatever you want to call it, the reclaim. And I've seen a lot of the higher level players, rather than do the reclaim off the bat, they actually try and resurrect the units, because that's more valuable, getting them up on the front line earlier on. So maybe that's something just to think about, and that's definitely something I should be thinking about as well. Red, again, with this constant stream of units now, and he's mixing it up. He's got the aggravators in the back to hit the LLTs. It is whittling down green here. He's fought absolutely valiantly. I'm really just chilling on this side. I've got like an automatic repeat command going on, so my units are just moving in and out, and I'm happy just to take trades with these aggravators all day with the whistlers, and just repair up. Did lose a stout on the front there, that's unfortunate. Green is slowly losing his battle on this side here though. So looking at this position, it's not looking great. I'd say advantage red team, definitely. I get off one Janus shot there, but it's not really doing much. Now here's a big thing. I throw the gauntlet down because I just know that's going to be valuable. And man, this just is worth its weight in gold. If he'd have got his agitator down before that one, so if he'd have got his area control down before mine, it would have been a totally different story, to be honest. But fortunately I got mine up prior, and I've got a Sneaky Pete here. So again, another psychological thing. He can't really see too much of what's going on here. He just knows he's getting tagged constantly by this gauntlet. It's doing really outsized damage, you know what I mean? It's only a couple of shots and then that's a unit lost. So it's really, really bad. Red is definitely winning this fight on the right flank though, slowly but surely. Gauntlet manages to push yellow off, just give me a little bit of breathing room there, and I'm just trying to do what I can, dodging these shots and getting the reclaim. Red's doing the correct thing here, throwing up the area control. That's going to snipe everything basically in that vicinity eventually once it's up and running. I notice a bit of an impending doom scenario coming on here, so I do what I can to try and relieve my my friend here. It's just a testament to how tanky those stouts are, man. That they're just taking shots like that. Unfortunately, we do lose the fight. Com goes down. It is looking really, really bad here. So what can we do? What can we do? Well, you can play on. You know, credit to Green. Green is playing on, even though he's very badly outnumbered here. He's playing on. I'm doing what I can just to try and alleviate any pressure. I think that slightly did work because Red doesn't seem to know what the hell to do here. He really should have done this. And then wouldn't have had much to say about it at all. But he decides to go for the flank here. And I don't know if he tells his friend or there's just a bit of good game sense going on here. This pincer that comes in. Oh boy, this is bad. We are in bad shape. But again, the blitzes come in. Massive flank. And I'm just pushing through them. That is just crazy. Look at that. Just 13 blitzes there. And I'm managing skin of my teeth just to hold on here. I know I'm sending the commander forward. He's back to full health. I'm hoping maybe I can get some D-guns off, or I can at least put some pressure on him. Push him back with his little pea shooter there. That's seen Red off for a bit. Now, what should happen here in any day of the week is that all of this metal here should be getting reclaimed. Red is on bots, so he should just have a few las up, or whatever they're called, a few grave robbers, and he should just be eating that up. Eat them up, cats! You know what I mean? All day. Finally managed to clear out yellow there, and that's him kind of spent. And the Red army's just kind of, I don't know, man, just kind of fumbling about there, just giving me just enough time to get my stuff together. Green, God love him, is making a little bit of a comeback here. He's just trying to do what he can. He hasn't got much map control though, so he's trying his best, just getting that reclaim in. And again, I've got to say, the gauntlet, the walls, the blitzes, I'm using every dirty trick I can get my hands on just to stay in the game here, and it's working. I'm reading this scenario, I'm like, okay, crap, we are badly outnumbered here. They've got the map control, they've got the resources, and I know it's a ticking time bomb because this wreckage here, he should be getting it, and I think that's what the reclaim, the contour it's for. 7k basically worth of metal there. I'm like, right, what can we do? Well, the only thing I can do is, yellow's gone bots, red's gone bots, we have gone units. Nice flat terrain. The only ace I've got up my sleeve here is maneuverability. I've done this path already. And that mass of red units there, he knows, he's waiting for that. He's waiting for that to come. This is going to take too long if I try and go round like that. That's gonna take too long. So I just hedge my bets. I go for a blitz run. 22 blitzes going in, and I'm hoping to do some damage on the eco. Nice little split here. That's always a good tactic. Just split a few off just to keep him busy. Now all these shots are going to get wasted on those. Red is tagging the ground. He's pinging. Look out, look out. And to his credit, yellow gets off 1, 2 beautiful D-guns there, which is devastating. I mean, my army is absolutely decimated there. But we do get a few in round here. There's not a lot to stop me. I'm looking at this energy converter array here because I know that's his metal. Decent damage there, not bad at all. Not nearly what we were looking for, but again, just allow me a little bit of breathing room just to get back into the game. I try and carry on in Red's base, but Red's there waiting for me. 6 contour, it's up now, eating me up before I can even get in there. Another little thing that yellow could have done, maybe just moving on to those advanced A-solars, you know. That would have been really good because these guys aren't that great, and you can actually, a few contours in the base there, you know, would have been a different story this game, definitely. If we'd just eaten some of those up, get some advanced solars on there, he's laughing, would have been a different story. I really should have been out of the game here. Now, Red's smelt blood in the water. He's gone, right, okay, we're going to move on to the T2. He's got those Sheldons coming out. I'm really panicking at this stage. I'm like, right, okay, that blitz rush wasn't so great. What can we do? I'm just like moving about playing tiki-taki. I'm thinking get another sneaky Pete up, maybe get another another gauntlet up eventually, throwing down some area control just so that we've got an outsized performance if they do make the rush, which it looks almost inevitable that they are. I tell Green, I say, dude, can you flank with me here? Just try our best just to get back into the game. This is absolutely chaotic there. Red didn't pull this army in, and we did do a good flank. Oh my god, we get in, and it looks like we take out the T2 factory. That's a big, big win for us there. This army comes in, but it's too late. We've done the damage that we want to. Green is even pushing on again. And these guys are all in range of the gauntlet. I'm not so worried about the T1 stuff. I can play tiki-taki with you all day with that because I've got the fire control, right? These guys are coming up now. He does manage to take out those overwatches, so great play from him there. But I'm just going to do this stuff. I'm going to circle round. Again, I'm using the maneuverability of the blitzes. And this is really mentally fatiguing for the opponents here. We managed to sneak in, and now I've got all this juicy Amex here. Look at that. I can just do all that damage. We're feasting. We're living life there. We're just popping this off. A little bit of an indecision there. We managed to clear up yellow. Yellow's kind of asleep at the wheel here as well. So we are managing to do it. This eventually does get cleaned up, but not without some serious damage being inflicted on him. And I'm just thinking, right, well, we're just going to keep hitting you with blitz rushes then. We're just going to keep smashing these all over everywhere. Yellow's clocked it now. He's like, right, time to wall up here, right? But is it too little, too late as the second gauntlet's coming up? He has managed to res that bot lab, so credit to him there. Really good. He hasn't got any radar here, though, so I don't think he can really see what's going on. I'm going to remember, like, these are just so tanky. These are so tanky, these stouts. And I'm looking at that and I'm going, are the units really all that in favour? I don't know. Red's pinging there. He's bloody disaster. We're coming right up here. That's not going to be enough to stop us. Yellow's scrambling. And the second gauntlet is online. Look at that. And I just make the push here because I think we can do it. And we can, and we get the encirclement up there. At the same time, green goes in, and at the same time, I managed to go in on yellow. Whoa! So, calls the GG. I thought he was just joking. I didn't know if he had something in his back pocket here. But we go in. Decisive action is what is needed. He tries to combo me here, I think. Oh no, he just dies. Okay. And then that's it. That's the map control. And I think that was just psychologically exhausting. For them, so they just call the GG, and there we have it. So great game that. Got the OS, moving on up. I feel like I should have been dead 10 times over there. Wasn't my greatest playing at all. But you know what, man? You use what you can to your advantage, and people at your OS are at your OS for a reason. You know, they're not doing super duper work either, you know. So yeah, man. There we go. Happy days. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I really, really love doing them. As I say, we'll be uploading plenty more stuff, lots of different games to come and stuff like that. And please do check out my main channel if you haven't already, just called High Charity. And yeah, love this stuff, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. By the way, this one, we did get 20 OS on finally, or I think we're about 19 OS on this one. So, happy commanders in the chat. Let's go. Leave a comment and a like if you enjoyed it, guys. See you soon. Take it easy.